Good, beautiful morning, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. Today I have with me the energy of ArchAngel Raphael, who's going to be talking about the fact that you are a conduit for healing. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach, and I'm working alongside many others to bring about this new ascension that's happening for humanity collectively. We are in an energetic time in time-space where we have a chance to elevate human consciousness from survival to love, from fear to love. And this is a very exciting time for us to realize that we have this opportunity to shift our consciousness individually and collectively so that we all fall into alignment with a creative energy that's more beneficial to us than what fear is. And as you can see by the state of affairs on the planet today, fear is not really a good energy that humans can create with. It's not very pleasant. It doesn't do much good. The vibration of love is far more favorable. So this movement is called Ascension, and it is a real thing. There are energies bombarding the planet right now that can only be used positively or negatively. There's no neutral energy. There's no neutral energy. You get to use it positively or negatively, and every single one of us is receiving this energy, and we're utilizing it according to our thoughts, our emotions, our memories, how we treat our bodies. We use this energy, all of us. Nobody's excluded from the energy. Every single one of you is using this energy right now. And you can only use it positively or negatively. There's no middle ground this time. So Raphael's here with me today, and one of the things that we wanted to get into was this thing on healing, because healing is a really powerful thing that humanity needs to connect to. But before we get into that, I want to say good morning to everybody, and thank you for joining us. Hello, Katya, how are you doing? Good to see you. Hello, TikTok. We're streaming live on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube simultaneously. So again, if you're just joining us, welcome. This is Shortcuts for Your Soul, a program involved in the Ascension movement, where we channel guides, angels, multidimensional beings. We provide messages and guidance to those who are seeking information. Today is about you are a conduit for healing. Hello, Christopher. Hello, Sunny. You are a conduit for healing. That's what you are. Your body and your mind are vehicles. Now, what he said to me, he said, why so many people? He said, there's a lot of people that are wishing to go back to childhood. They find themselves, their minds wandering back to childhood, where they wish they could be a kid again. A lot of people, he says, this is a phenomenon that's happening because in childhood, you have less of what you call a personality to deal with. Many of you are stuck in the personality that you've given. You're stuck in it. You believe that the personality that you have is exclusively who you are. As a child, you did not have the full measure of your personality that you do today. Your mind was not filled with the stuff that it is filled with now. And so many of you try to go back to remember the time when you were not just a personality, not just a collection of thoughts and memories and emotions, but you were a sentient, and you are a sentient being living in a creation of time and space that you're a participant in. So this is why so many people are going back and forth to get away from their programming. He says people are stuck in their programming. It's why a lot of changes can't happen for as many people as it's possible for. He says, the moment you understand how to differentiate yourself from your personality as an awareness, when you become aware that you are not your thoughts, when you become aware that you are not your memories, when you become aware that you are not your emotions, that you are not your body, that these are all instruments of creation at your disposal to be utilized by you, then the process of healing, change, and transformation becomes available to you. The very moment you begin to recognize that you are not the thoughts, you are the thinker. You are not the emotions, you are the feeler. You are not the body, it is the instrument that you have at your disposal. In childhood, you did not have this sense of identification. You were free, which is literally why so many of you want to go back to being children, not because you want to be a physical child, but because you want to be free of subjectivity to your personality, the beliefs, the ideas, the information that has been stuffed into your minds, most of which you had no choice over. The function of healing begins when you can operate independent of established beliefs and ideas in your mind. The function of healing begins when you can move your consciousness beyond the established beliefs and ideas in your mind. By nature, you are a vibrational frequency of love. By nature, as an awareness, you are a vibrational frequency of love that came to this physical earth in response to a call for love. Conditions in your body and conditions in your mind can only be ameliorated when there is a consciousness able to interact with it differently than the information within the system does. If you got a fundamental belief about a certain condition in your life, then if that belief does not change, the condition will not change. You will find yourself having to use somewhat barbaric methods to change the way your body is or to change the way your mind is without recognizing that you are the awareness that can change the mind. In fact, you do this all the time, although most of you not consciously. But the moment you can relieve your mind, which will relieve your body of the burden of negative ideas and beliefs about your physical world, you will find that the restoration of health is a matter of spontaneity from the perspective of what you are. When you move into alignment to the vibrational frequency that is you, that is love, that is what you are, when you align yourself to that, correction in conditions of mind and body are almost instantaneous to varying degrees. In the frequency of love, there is an organization of matter that is significantly different than the organization of matter from the vibration of fear. They're very different energies. They do different things to the subatomic elements of your creative mechanism of mind and body and environment. The vibration of love organizes things very precisely in one fashion, as does fear as a vibration organize particles of energy in a different fashion. But both are following a principle of organization. One is just more favorable to the other. The vibrations of fear often result in the degradation, the dematerialization of wellness, whereas the vibrations of love prove to enhance and elaborate and augment the conditions of well-being. The question you may be asking then is, how do I differentiate between my thoughts? And how do I differentiate between my body? And how do I learn to alter and change the emotions within them? The emotions of love and fear are both within you. It's your nature, and you are blended with what the world has given you. Most of what the world has given you is not based in love. Much of what the world has given you is based in fear, as there are many that benefit and loan themselves to great liberties by keeping you in fear. But I say to you, the extraction of your awareness from fear is a simple function when you understand you are not the emotions. You are not the thoughts. You are the thinker and the feeler. That position, that observational position, begins to liberate you from the contents of your mind and body. It doesn't divest you of them. From the perspective of awareness, you can begin to affect change in your mind. And likewise, that change in your mind will be reflected in the condition of your biology. The two are inseparable. As above, so below. What is in mind will be in flesh, as equally as what is in flesh will be in mind. And so if you pollute or put toxins in your body, you will find you'll have conditions in your brain that will not be favorable to certain qualities of emotion and thought. This process of observation, shifting your awareness to a position where you observe your thought, you evaluate it, you examine it, where you can begin to observe and evaluate your body and examine it. And from this position of awareness, begin a process of selectively deciding what thoughts are more favorable to generating energies that will produce conditions in my physical world that will be favorable to my existence here. But let me say, the very act of opening and closing your hand is a demonstration that you as awareness do indeed have authority over the body in which you find yourself hearing these words. You have authority over the body from which you are hearing these words. When you laugh or you smile or you play or you walk or you talk, the body is following your directions. And in the condition of healing and wellness, the mind and body are designed by nature to follow your directions. But if you do not understand that condition of position you have over your mind and body, then you will find yourself being subjected to them, kind of like being in a box and not knowing that you're in the box. You are just in the box. And many of you struggle with mental and emotional concerns because you do not understand that the mental and emotional concerns will only alter and change when the perception of your awareness shifts itself out of subjectivity to the thoughts and energies that those thoughts generate and the conditions that those thoughts and emotions generate in your biology. For certain qualities of thoughts will create wonder and joy, and certain thoughts and qualities will create feelings of uncertainty and fearfulness. And each will cause very different effects in the function of your biology, in the manifestation of your emotions. To become conscious of this fact that you are awareness. You are awareness with a system of thought, most of which is not even yours. And if you can begin to evaluate that element in and of itself, you'll loan yourself a great distance of movement towards freedom once you begin to recognize that the movement of your awareness away from subjectivity to the thoughts in your mind places you into an evaluative position where you can begin to alter and change the contents of your mind from what the world has given you to what you would truly enjoy having in your mind. It's much better to have ideas in your mind of how remarkable and beautiful your life can be. It's better to have thoughts that you can accomplish what you wish to accomplish than to have thoughts, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. It is much better to have thoughts that there are possibilities that I can realize. It's better to have thoughts that I can achieve what I want to achieve. But much of what your world is feeding you is that you cannot think for yourself. You must let the world think for you, that you cannot change, that certain thoughts and emotions are just there and you're unable to change them. This is all a lie perpetuated by those who wish you to have absolutely no authority or control over your own experience and expression of being. But from this perspective of awareness, you move out of subjectivity to the thoughts that this world has imposed upon you. And you can begin to rebuild a mind, to make your mind renewed. You can renew your mind from this place of awareness. And in the renewal of your mind, there are certain qualities of energy that are generated by different qualities of thought that in turn affect the conditions of your biology. There are certain qualities of thought, ideas, and information that generate very precise sensations and emotions in the body, affecting behavior as all emotion seeks to organize and structure matter into manifestations called behavior. That's what emotional energy does. It is what lets you create in this world through that body that you have. And I came today specifically to begin the process of giving those of you who are here to hear and here to see, to understand that you are not designed to remain subjective to thought or emotion or biology. You are designed to use them creatively to manifest a life, to design a life, and not be subjective to the ideologies and information of other people. Unless such information can prove useful in your creative process, then welcome it. But if information comes to you to make you feel bad or unhappy or sad, then why would you let it in your house? Why would you let that in your house? So I simply offer you this consideration. You are not your thoughts. You may choose your thoughts, and your capacity to consistently, deliberately, and intentionally maintain certain quality of thought begins to generate an electromagnetic process of energy called emotion. And that process of emotion begins to induce changes into the physical system. And those changes get recognized as behavior. And so each and every one of you, irrespective of whether you think you are doing good or bad in your experience of life and creation, every one of you is in the exact same process of creation. There is not one human in this physical dimension that is not part of the process of creation. If you are in a body, you are part of the process. But you are responsible for your part of it. Do not defer the responsibility of creation of your life over to others. You will not find any satisfaction in that. The natural desire of you as a soul is to create. Your natural desire is to create, to manifest, to produce. And look at the great cities that you've manifested that are a demonstration of this process of creation. You did not come here to be as a dog or a cat or to live among the forests and trees, and that is beautiful and wonderful for those creative intelligences. But for your experience, you're here to create something very different, to understand and comprehend life from a very different vantage point than a dog or a cat does. And we understand the beautiful natural simplicity and elegance of these beautiful creatures over whom you have authority to love and care for. In fact, you were designed to love and care for others. You were designed this way. You were designed this way. So you are a conduit for healing. You as awareness, you must learn to align your attentions to ideas of vitality, health, wellness, compassion, kindness, playfulness, charity, excitement, curiosity. You must learn to align your mind and your body to the vibrational energies of these concepts, not to the vibrational concepts of fear and mistrust. Watch what you put your attention on in this world. Watch what you choose to let in your mind from your so-called entertainment, which has unfortunately spiraled down from the intended educational purposes which it was designed for into simply making so many of you trapped in your unnecessary suffering or bound to the beliefs and ideologies of others who have no care for you but only for themselves. So please understand that you are in this place of awakening where you realize you are not the thoughts, you are not the emotions. You have thoughts, you have emotions, and these you can alter and change to change and transform the conditions of creation through that physical body. Emotion organizes all of your physical actions, and thoughts organize the emotions that organize all the physical actions. And from this perspective of awareness, you can begin now to evaluate, transform, transmute, eliminate, reduce, edit, delete thoughts in your mind that no longer serve a useful purpose for you. A thought that you are not good is not going to create an emotion that is good. A thought that you are remarkable and wonderful will. Thought organizes emotional conditions. So be mindful, for if you wish to be a clear conduit of healing, you must be responsible in the process of being aware of what you shall think, what you shall therefore feel, and what you shall therefore do. For you cannot separate yourself from your own creation. You cannot separate yourself from your own creation. Let me take time here and now to simply transmit a vibrational frequency of healing to anyone within the range of this frequency to receive it to the degree and ability that they're able to receive this emanation, this transmission of healing in the way that you're willing and able to receive it at this time. I transmit this to you now. If you open your awareness to the vibrational frequency of love and wholeness, you shall receive it. And if you are in suffering, if you are open to receiving this, you shall be relieved to some degree from this. Yes. Yes. So anytime, also, he's saying anytime you want to actually call on him, you can literally call on Archangel Raphael. He works with a vibrational spectrum of energy that's often perceived visually as green, but it's the color and the vibration are just reflections of each other. But I hope you've received that from him. I want to say thank you, Archangel Raphael, for being present with us today. Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Holly. Hello, Vertical. Hi, Alicia. Welcome, Joelle. How you doing? Hello over there on TikTok. Let's get into some questions and answers. Oh, that's so nice of you to say that. Wonderful. So if you understand, like, yes, that you are a conduit for healing, it's your natural state. Your function of your consciousness is that of wholeness and love. Question from somebody on TikTok. Let's see here. I want to know if my father is present. Oh, where is he and how is he? I just want to hear them. Can I just ask you to take a slow, deep breath, because there's a lot of excitement here. Take a slow, deep breath. And as you release that breath, let your body relax. And to your right, he's saying to your right side, you will feel a sensation, like a warm tingly here. That is his place of presence with you. Whether he is in body or not, the awareness of this one can still connect with you. Yes. Just be present and stay with your breathing and just be present. Like, he's really excited. There's this kind of this shaking energy in his solar plexus system, the sacral. When you don't have a physical body, you still have what's called an astral body. You have an astral body when you don't have a physical body. But yeah, he's very excited that you're connecting with him. But he's on the right side of you, and just feel that sensation of tingling there. And stay close. He's saying, stay close to me. Stay close to me, as I am to you. He's saying something about let my father work with you also. I don't know what I think he's referring to your grandfather. Let my father work with you. He's saying, let my father work with you. What do you mean by that? You're just saying that again. He said, just tell him, let my father work with you. Wow. Thank you so much. That's a great question. Wonderful. A question from Diana. I've been working on healing my heart. Any advice on and how am I doing with it? There's a type of breathing that I was just given a few days ago to do. I want to just understand. Yes, I will. Sorry, I got Raphael talking about, because they get excited when people ask questions that are sincerely asking for answers. They get really excited. They want to give us these answers. So the process of your physical breathing, it doesn't matter who you are, the function of your physical breath, okay? When you breathe in, you are drawing energy. You're drawing new energy into the body. And when you exhale, you're releasing old energy from the body. What most people don't know, they take their breathing for granted. They don't realize that your breathing is a healing device. Your breathing is a healing device. What I was showing is that when you draw air into the body, you must give the energy coming into the body with your breath your intention. So when you draw your breath in, Diana, draw it in with, I'm drawing in the particles, the energy to restore and rejuvenate my physical heart. You deliberately and intentionally draw the breath in because you're drawing energy in, but you've got to give the energy instructions. Just like your hand had to be taught, had to be instructed to do this. So when you're drawing a breath into your body, give that energy you're pulling in, those particles of energy you're bringing in, give them an instruction. So they know that she's telling us to go and restructure and rebuild and heal the heart to its most perfect state. So give the molecules coming in the body a direction, right? And then when you're exhaling, release all the anger, all the fear that's connected in your body. Like literally let your anger, let your fear, let it out. Release those particles from the body. And on that point, I want to say, this coming Saturday, we begin our 102 Masterclass, which is all about healing and releasing old past emotions from your body. Because a lot of people hold onto emotions for years or lifetimes even. That's why they keep repeating lifetimes of problems, or they have recurring problems in their lives, because they're holding onto emotions that are connected to that creative process. And I invite you to come out, Diane, and go join my website, WilliamMichaelForbes.com. Sign up for this course. Learn how to release old emotions from your body, old thoughts from your mind, because it'll start to restore you. When you start to release old emotions, the burden of chemistry that is with those emotions is released, and the body begins to go into a corrective process. And we go very intensely into that in our 102 Masterclass. Question, my mom with Alzheimer's in hospital broke her hip. She seems to be fading off. Yes, she is. She's been transitioning for some time. Yeah, I'm just connecting to a higher self, and she's saying this: stay connected with me in love, for my journey is my journey. Do not hold me, but hold me in love, that I may leave in love. Yes. I got the Master Jesus coming in, and he's saying it's really important you understand that the journey does not stop when you leave the body. It is important that do not hold to them, but honor them with your love, not your fear. Yes. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you for that question. Yeah, it's wonderful. Thank you for that, Lauren. She saw the huge, yeah, he works a lot with that green energy. Question from Sunny. What's the name of my personal guide and advice for me, please? I'm only again, it's funny, I just keep hearing your name, Sunny. You are that guide. But it's a very strong male presence, but he's distant from you. He's very strong, but it's just whatever's happened between you and males before, you need to let that go so he can feel safe coming closer to you energetically. What's your name? It's a name I'm seeing in like Arabic characters. It starts with Z. I think that's a Z. Can you give me the English translation of that, please? I can't. Yes. The closest I can come up to is Zelna, Zeliana. It's a male energy though. Zeliana is, yes, and that's where the gentleness will be there too. So I hope you captured that, because again, it's going to be useful calling him. Release that pain you got around men so that he can get a little closer to you energetically. A lot of people don't realize if you've got problems with males or females, and your guides are males and females, your energy will keep them away too. So you want to really learn to balance yourself. Align yourself to love. You connect to your guides and angels really easy when you're not in fear, anger, guilt, and shame. They'll help you when you're in a really difficult place. I've been there. They can help you in a really difficult place. But the more you can liberate yourself from fear and anger, the more you'll connect to the vibrational energy that they exist on. Wonderful question. Thank you, Sunny, so much. Really appreciate it. Question from Vertical. Why do I have occasionally belly pain before I go to bed? Yeah, they're telling me that you're holding something back creatively. There's something you're holding back creatively. When you're leaving your body at night, you intend to go out creatively, but for some reason you're holding yourself back from the solar plexus chakra. Before you go to sleep at night, place your hands over the solar plexus chakra. Place your hands over the solar plexus of your chakra and say, I create with love. Those words, I create with love. Over the solar plexus, I create with love. And do that 3 times, very meaningfully. Don't just say the words, like say them meaningfully. I create with love. Staying in touch with that solar plexus chakra energy. Question from Tina. Should I walk away from Camille or keep trying? Somebody's cheering. Yeah, run. They're cheering like, go for it. Go for it. It's like you're about to cross a finish line. This is a really good thing. But do not do it from fear. It's important that you do it from love. You must go forth knowing that it is good for all involved. Do not second guess yourself, but go forth with your love, not with your fear. Yeah. Whoever this is, they're saying it's why so many people make it very difficult. Is they don't believe that they hold on to fear when they're trying to move into a new life. Embrace every change in your life with love. Change is beautiful. Change can be beautiful. Thank you so much. Hello, Joelzy. Question from Joelzy. Any guidance about the new online project, Joyasi? Is the right path for me? It's funny. Somebody's giving me a different name for it. They're telling me Joy I See is the proper name. Joy I See is the actual proper name for the venture. What you have there as a structure is vibrationally out of alignment with what your outcome is desired to be. It's important that you understand that the word and the idea are vibrational. So the word that you're using needs to match the vibrational outcome you're anticipating producing. And we'd simply say to you that the joy I see is something you may wish to consider as a vibrational alignment to your stated outcome. Question from Courtney. Who visits me from the other side? You got a lot of cherubs come to you at night. And again, people understand perception through the 5 physical senses is limited in its range and scope. Perception from the perspective of your awareness is far vaster than what your physiology will. A lot of people say, I can't see guides, I can't hear them, I can't. That's because you're trying to do it with your 5 physical senses. What's Master Jesus talks about? People have eyes but can't see, ears but can't hear. Because we have these internal senses called clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance. And when you learn to open those senses up, because they've been put to sleep by the world. Everybody has these clairs, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance. But you're so fixated, the world loans itself to only helping you to develop the 5 physical senses, that those senses remain dormant in most people. So if you learn to really tune into their energy, their feeling, if you call before you go to sleep, call the cherubs to come to you. Like call the cherubs to come and connect with you before you go to sleep. And feel the energy that's around you. Like close your eyes and just feel the energy. Don't try to touch it with your hands. Just feel the vibration. Some people will get tingling sensations. Some people get hot and cold. These beings will interact with you at the level that you're able to receive them. Wow, it's a great question too. And I like that idea about the joy I see. Question from Dion. Has Archangel Raphael got a message for me regarding my healing practice? Thank you. He's saying you need a larger crystal in the corner pointed northward. He's showing me a picture of like a giant quartz crystal that's like this high, and there's one big one and there's several smaller ones, and there's a bunch of small ones that's all pointing up, and he's saying point it to the north in that space. Point it to the north in that space. Yeah, that's what he's saying. Thank you so much. Great question, Dion. Hello, Katya. Question from Rachel. May I know the name of my guide too, please? Does anyone have any messages for me? The name I'm getting is Dalmar, Dalmar. And this is a very strong female, very masculine female energy. But she says she developed her masculinity because you needed that type of strength from her. Learn. She says if you want, approach things not. What's the best way? Okay, so basically what she's saying is that the best way to get her guidance is when you find yourself uncertain, to pull your shoulders up and back and ask Dalmar, like literally ask her energy to interface with yours, like ask her to connect with you, and it'll help move you through some of the places where you've been having difficulty moving through, places where you've been reluctant to make some changes in your life, she'll help you to do that. She'll help you to do that. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Hello. Question from Eth Harp. I was wondering, I see energy beings and record them. Is there anything they want to tell me that I need to know? Should I continue this wonderful path, or is there something else? Why would you want to get off a wonderful path? It's the first words that came into my mind. Why would you want to leave such a wonderful path? More and more people are seeing energy. They're seeing sparkles and glitters and flashes of light. Like we are being ascended right now. Our energy's being ascended or descended if you're caught in fear and anger. But the energies coming to our planet do not leave any room for middle ground. You're either going to follow the path of love or you're going to follow the path of fear. There's no in between. So keep that in mind as you're going through this process of evolution. Thank you so much. There we go. So I think we're good for today, folks. One more question from TikTok. Did my mother intentionally die, or was it natural? Is she watching over me? She says she watches over you sometimes. She says you don't need as much as you think you do. But my transition is not any affront to you. It is the way I needed to do this. She's saying this very clear. This is the way I needed to do this. This has nothing to do with your journey. It is mine. But always, always, I love you. Yes. She says you were always very independent. Don't try to go backwards now. She's saying she will look in on you from time to time. She says you know. She says she knows. She knows when she gets looking at that picture. She says you have this habit of looking at this picture, and she says that's her turning your head to say I'm here with you. That picture, I don't know about pictures, but she's saying she turns your head towards a picture quite regularly, and you look at it. That's her turning your head to remind you that she's with you. So notice those times when that happens. Well, I want to say thank you to everybody. If you want to know more about the work that we do, the process of ascension, you want to understand how to open your clairs, connect your guides and angels, go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and join our Mediumship 102 Masterclass, which begins on the 26th of November, and learn how to release and liberate old thoughts and emotions from your mind and body. You did not come here to suffer, you came here to love. And you'll experience some profound changes in your life. Yeah. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day. And again, I have, there's just so much good happening right now. Anyway, get on it, folks. Get on your love, get on your light. And I want to thank Master Jesus for popping in, and the guides and angels and the others that came through for us today. Thank you very much. And I will look forward to seeing you guys for the Friday Q&A, which will be at 10 a.m. on Friday on this channel. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day, and I will see you guys all Friday.